everyone. I'm Melissa here, and welcome to your Melissa Moment. Hello everyone, Melissa here. Welcome to your Melissa Moment, and welcome to Try It Thursday. We are in my kitchen. I am a very frustrated mama today. But we're here in the kitchen because we're coming up with plan B. Let me explain. These are waffles, okay? These are Belgian maple waffles. This is how they come. I bought them from Costco a while ago. I'm saying 3-4 months ago. We were in Costco with my daughter, and they have samples, and the samples are her favorite thing in the world. You know, and rightly so. And they had samples of these waffles. So she tried one, and oh my God, this was the best thing she's ever had in her life. She loved these waffles, okay? And I was like, okay, hey, you love these waffles? I'm going to buy these waffles, because getting a child to eat anything when they're younger is difficult. She lived on these waffles forever. She loved these waffles. I ended up going on vacation. I'm like, you know what? I better buy 2 cases of waffles, because it's just my husband and my daughter, and my husband is not a cook, and he doesn't know how to cook, and he won't cook, and it's like if I don't put stuff in the house that is easy, my husband won't feed her. No, I'm joking. He would feed her. But do you know what I'm saying? They would be going to a drive-thru every single meal, every single day, which is not the best choice nutritionally or for our wallets. So I bought 2 flats or cases, or whatever you want to call it, these waffles. Well, right after I bought these 2 cases of these waffles, guess what? My 8-year-old daughter informs me, Mom, I don't like those. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You said you loved these. You said you would eat these every day if you could. Do you remember that conversation? Right? Any parent out there knows what I'm talking about. But apparently she doesn't like these anymore. Well, guess what? I'm not a huge fan of them either, because they're very high in calories. You guys, this one waffle is 300 calories. What do they put in here? Anyway, so I have got a whole basket full of these waffles, and they've been sitting here and sitting here and sitting here. I'm like, I need to do something. What am I going to do? We got to take these waffles, and we have to transform these waffles. I even thought if I put a bunch of whipped cream on it, she would eat it. Nope. She ate the whipped cream, not the waffle. So we're coming up with something else. Now, Christmas time, I make something called a cinnamon, what is it called? Cinnamon roll, casserole, or something like that. It's basically like bread with eggs. It's like a French toast casserole. I think that's what it's called, actually, French toast casserole. That's what I make. She loves it. My husband loves it. They love it. They love it. And I'm like, you know what? I wonder if I could take these waffles and turn them into a bread pudding. Would she eat it then? So we're going to make a bread pudding today. I have never made bread pudding. I have never used this recipe. This is all new. So let me find the recipe. Of course, I found it on Pinterest. Thank you, Pinterest. You can find so many good things on Pinterest. I'm just saying. Okay. Hello, where's my recipe go? So for the recipe, this is what we need. Okay. I'll tell you as soon as I find it. Jump to the recipe. Here we go. Now this is called the best bread pudding recipe. This is what they say. The best. I mean, we'll be the judge of that, but let's just see. So they say it takes 5 minutes to prep, 45 minutes to cook, okay? That's what they say. Now they do call this dessert, right? Bread pudding. They say it's dessert, but honestly, whatever. I'm going to cook up some vegetarian bacon with it. It's going to be breakfast. Well, technically it'll be brunch, because it'll be close to lunchtime by the time it's ready. So this is what they say. 6 slices of stale bread, or 4 to 5 cups of broken bread pieces or cubes. We're going to use waffles. Let me grab a knife. We're going to use waffles in place of our bread cubes. What's nice about waffles is they already have this grid pattern, so you just have to follow it. to make little cubes. How cute. Now, it says 4 to 5 cups, and I assume each waffle is approximately a cup. So I'm going to use 4 to 5 waffles. Now, obviously, if you have a large family or whatever, you can make this bigger by just adjusting your ingredients. Now, what I liked about these waffles, another nice thing I liked about these waffles is they're already technically cooked, so you don't have to, you can just take them as is and eat them. Or you can throw them in a toaster oven, whatever, and heat them up. There's lots of options, okay? So I have my little pan here. I've already put butter in it. And I'm just going to put my waffle cubes in the bottom of the pan. Okay, now that's 4. I think I'm going to do one more. These waffles were great because she even took these to school for lunches for a while, and it was good. So basically, the bottom of my pan is covered in these waffle pieces, okay? Just get rid of the crumbs here. I don't know if I need my cutting board for anything else, but that's fine. Okay, look, I keep getting this stupid scam pop-up. Congratulations, you've won from Amazon. No, I haven't. How about that? Okay, what else do we need? I'll just go through the ingredients so you guys know. So 6 slices of stale bread or 4 to 5 cups of broken bread pieces or cubes, 3 tablespoons of butter, so split into 2, 1 tablespoon and 2, 4 beaten eggs, 2 cups of milk, 3/4 cup of white sugar, teaspoon of vanilla, and a teaspoon of cinnamon. And then they have an optional vanilla sauce. I'm not going to make that sauce, but if you want to, it's 3 tablespoons of butter, salted, but you can use unsalted, a tablespoon of brown sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay? So you also want to preheat your oven to 350, which I have already done. And then take your little 8-inch square baking dish and put butter on it. Then it says break your bread, right? Well, we already did that. And put it into your baking dish. Melt 2 tablespoons of butter and drizzle it over the bread, okay? So we're going to do that now. Okay. I'm just going to put it in here. 2 tablespoons of butter. I kind of just estimate. I don't always measure things. I'm going to say that's a tablespoon, and I'm going to say that's 2 tablespoons. Okay, I'm going to stick it in the microwave and melt it. Watch for it to pop and explode because it happens to me all the time. Once the butter's melted, we're going to drizzle it over the bread pieces. Now in a bowl, we're going to mix the remaining ingredients, it says. Let me check the butter. Ooh, okay. Nice and melted. And it didn't explode on me, you guys. I have a little bit of butter left on my spoon, so I'm just going to put it in this hot butter and see if it'll melt. There we go. Okay. I'm going to angle you so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, there it is. So I've just got this. I'm just going to drizzle it over top. Drizzle it over top. Now, obviously, this is not a healthy recipe, right? We've got bread, we've got sugar, we've got butter. Like, this isn't meant to be healthy, okay? So don't come for me if you're like, oh my God, that's not healthy, Melissa. I'm aware, okay? But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Now in a bowl, what kind of bowl am I gonna use? What size of bowl am I gonna use? I can't get to my bowls because this is a mess. Okay, no worries. Okay, we're gonna go for it. If everything falls out, which it will, it's fine. Oh, look, it didn't. Okay. We're going to use this bowl. Okay. Throw this away. Let's clean up here, you guys. Clean up. Okay. So we're going to start with our 4 eggs. We're going to beat those first. I like to rinse my eggs before I crack them. Okay. And I'm going to get, oh, actually I will use I have a little metal whisk. So 4 eggs. You guys can't see what I'm doing. Okay. I do get shells in here every time. I'm the worst at cracking eggs. Absolutely worst. Now, I typically don't eat eggs. My daughter and husband do. I don't mind if they're, is that a shell? No, we're good. I don't mind if they are like in baking or things, but just eggs on their own, I have a really hard time with it for some reason. So typically it's not something I do. Okay, let me get rid of this. Okay, wash my hands, dry my hands. We're just going to whisk up these eggs. Okay. All right, it's a really nice yellow color in there. Those are healthy eggs. Okay, again, congratulations, we won from Amazon, so we got to back out of it and go back into it because that's how these scam things work. Okay. 2 cups of milk. Seems like a lot. So what I'm going to do is something a little different. Don't worry, I just did my floor, we're clean. 2 cups of milk. Again, I'm using the soy milk because protein for us. So we're going to do 1 cup of milk. I'm going to do 1.5 cups of milk. Okay, 1.5 cups of soy milk. Let me put that back. And then I have got a coffee creamer. This is a vanilla toffee caramel coffee creamer, okay, from International Delight. This is by far my favorite creamer. I am going to put 1/2 cup of that in here as well. It's a little thicker. It's going to add a little more flavor, okay? And sometimes I like to experiment with recipes by doing things like that. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I like to. Okay. Oh, look, again, we won again from Amazon. Oh, isn't that lovely? Okay. So we've got that. We need 3/4 cup of sugar, vanilla, and cinnamon. A teaspoon of vanilla and cinnamon. Okay. So I need a teaspoon, which, there it is. And I need 3/4 cups of sugar. So we're just going to use 1/4 cup 3 times. Here's my sugar. And I mean, you can probably cut back on the sugar if you want to, especially because like these waffles, for example, already have like a maple syrup in there. So you probably definitely could cut back. So 3/4 cup sugar. Put that back. I'm all about putting things back, you guys. And again, cinnamon. Why do I have 1/2 tablespoon out? I don't know. Cinnamon, you can put more if you want. I'm a big cinnamon person, so I'll probably put more, but for now that's good. And then I use Mexican vanilla. They say a teaspoon. You know, just whatever you want, honestly. And then you're just going to mix this all together. This might take a minute because you have all that sugar in there and cinnamon as well, which doesn't usually like to be in liquid. So you're just going to have to stir it up. It does smell good though. Now at this point, you could also add other things, okay? You don't need to watch me stir. You could also add other things. You could put in here, I have some vanilla powder. I have got like different seasonings and spices for like baked goods. Like I've got like an apple crumble seasoning. Oh, I was gonna put apples in here. Yes, let's do that. See? Let me grab an apple. Let me grab an apple. Okay. Yes. Maybe 2. These are small. Okay. So here we go. Talk about doing things. Let's put apples in here. Let me just give this another little stir here. Okay. I've got apples. These are Gala apples. They are small. I have washed them already. So we're just going to put in some apples in here. You guys, see? So I'm going to turn this into something healthy. Healthier. Still not healthy, but healthier. You know what I mean. It's healthier. Let's get rid of that. Now, I've grabbed 2 apples. Am I actually going to use 2? I don't know. I might put 1 in and then use 1 for garnish. I could do that. Okay. But yeah, look at that. And you probably could make this the night before as well. If you really wanted to, you probably could. And just leave it in your fridge overnight. That's what I do with my Christmas one. You could also take the skin off of your apples. Oh, there's a seed. If you want to. I'm just gonna do like a small dice on these. I actually don't mind the skin on apples, so I leave my skin on. I like the fiber content that it gives you. But if, again, your children are challenging, then feel free to take the skin off. So just putting little dices on here. Okay, I don't know if I need the other apple. We'll see. We will see. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I do. I'm just gonna. No, I think the 1 apple is probably good. That's good. Okay. That's looking nice. Okay. I'm liking that. Okay. Give this 1 more little stir, and then we're gonna pour this over top. Okay. I'm gonna pour it right over top. Let me. Sorry guys, I gotta rinse here. Otherwise, again, I will explode. Okay. So you're gonna pour your mixture, okay, right on top. Yes. Ooh, okay, look at that. All right. Let me rinse this. Okay. And then that's what it looks like, you guys. Okay. Now, because I'm extra, I'm going to take my cinnamon and I'm going to put some on top as well. Just a little dusting right on top. I'm a big cinnamon person. Cinnamon's really good for you as well. It's a really good anti-inflammatory. It's really good. Okay, we've got that in there. And I think that's it. Let's see, did we win again from Amazon? No, we didn't. Okay, that's fine. So now everything's coated. Yes, it looks good. Bake it for 45 minutes at 350 degrees or until the top of the bread pudding springs back after lightly touching it with a fork. And that's it. And then if you want to make that sauce, you grab a saucepan, excuse me, a saucepan. You melt your 3 tablespoons of salted butter. Once it's melted, you turn it down to medium. Wait a bit for it to get a nice browning on that butter. Then you add in a tablespoon brown sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla, stir it together, take it off the heat, let it sit for 1 to 2 minutes. And then you whisk it up, and then you can pour it on top if you want to, okay? Now, you could also serve this with vanilla ice cream if you're using this as a dessert. Because I'm going to make this as a brunch dish, like I said, I'm going to cook up some vegetarian bacon to go alongside of it, and probably apple slices. And then that's going to be our brunch for today. Of course, you can also serve it with whipped cream or maple syrup or whatever else you want. But based on how much sugar is in this already, I think it's going to be sweet enough. So let me pop it in the oven. I will come back after it's done to show you what it looks like, and of course a little taste test. So that is our little Try It Thursday bread pudding recipe plan B to use up these Costco waffles. We'll see you guys in a little bit.